Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Stock, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Today, we're talking Ethereum because it's nearing that $4,000 mark, and hopefully by the time I get this video out, we're like a penny away or something like that. So it actually makes sense to have that out there for you. But we are so darn close. We are with less than 1% away. I just tweeted about that today on my Twitter page. So you can go and you can check that out if you want to. I'm pretty excited about it. Hitting 4,000. This would be the first time since May. So what we're 1, 2, 3. We're between 3 and 4 months out from that, well, closer to 4 months, I guess, by this point, away from the last time we hit those all-time highs. And, we could march on towards it. And that, I was going to say I would be surprised if we hit 4,000 anytime soon. But I also said in my most recent video on Ethereum that if we do get to 4,000, I think it's going to be pretty hard resistance. But there's a lot of big news. And honestly, it might give us that enough of that upward pressure. So we're going to take a look at that today. I have a whole bunch of things pulled up for you, along with the chart on CoinMarketCap. So stick around and let's get ready to rock. Welcome back. For those of you who are interested, if you like this video, hit the like button, please. Go ahead and do it now. I'll wait. Perfect. Now also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh, that was nice. And now the notification bell. Ding. Awesome. Now you can see anytime that my videos come out, and you just help me get up ranked in the Google pages. So thank you very much. The more support you guys show me, the more support I can kick back to you. Also, in terms of support, check out those referral links down in the description. Also, my Patreon got tons of stuff to offer over there, including a pretty awesome community. It's small, but it's growing, and they're awesome people. So if you're an awesome person and are interested in stocks and crypto and just generally anything finance, come on over, check us out. We'd love to have you over there. Let's move on to Ethereum before it hits 4,000 already. All right, so here's coinmarketcap.com, and you can see the current price that we have on Ethereum as of the recording of this video. We are less than 1% away from hitting that $4,000 mark, and it has slowed down. And so, I'm pretty excited. I want to see it hit 4,000. I don't know that it will sustain that. I'll show you. I have some of these other tabs open, and we'll take a look, and we'll see what I think there. Moving on from that, the market cap over $450 billion in market cap right now. And look at this chart. I'll zoom out a little bit so we can see the previous high. We have this nice little, if this were a spike up here, we'd have a cup and a handle. However, if this comes up and then it fails off a little bit, we can honestly hit a cup and handle formation that would launch us well over the $4,000 mark. So if we come up and we hit resistance somewhere around this all-time high that we had before, between $4,200 and $4,300, and then it dies off a little bit and sends us back down to like $3,600 per ETH token. Honestly, that could be a very, very bullish sign as far as a cup and handle goes. And if you look at what we have in the RSI down here, we are in the overbought territory anyway. And some of the volume here, let me zoom in so you can see the chart better. Some of the volume started to taper off as well. Now, mind you, this most recent candle, this is a daily chart, so we're just getting started in the day. There's still lots of time for that volume to fill out. And if we get explosive volume, then this could be one of those breakouts that puts us solidly over $4,000. With low volume nearing that $4,000 mark, that means that there's not a lot of conviction to send Ethereum up over 4,000 solidly. Well, not today so far. So we have to watch that volume candle. That is going to be a big indicator on whether or not the relative strength really is showing overbought and that the conviction's out versus being overbought, but people are still way too interested to give up right now. So just keep an eye on that volume candle. It really is important. This is an excellent shape right here. If we get the volume support, we are solidly over $4,000 guaranteed. And mind you, this is my opinion. Absolutely never financial advice. So moving on from there. So like I said, we could pop up over 4,000 for just a little tiny bit with very little conviction, and then drop back down to, I don't know, maybe even all the way down here, maybe even back to 3,200 before we really start to find that solid support. Although I think 3,600 is more likely where we start to find that solid support. And then from there, we get a new launching pad, a new high, so that the bulls can rest a little bit higher from where they were before. And then they can take it up over possibly even at all-time highs over the next few days to a few weeks. We'll see. Honestly, I thought it would take till the end of 2021, but with the amount of news that we have coming out, and there's some pretty cool news that's out there, I just want to share that with you. And with that news that's out there, it might happen faster than even I expected. And that means that when we do get the proof of stake switch for Ethereum 2.0 and that selling pressure does come off, the sky is the limit. if I'm right about the selling pressure thing with the proof of work miners that we have right now, they're dumping their coins back on the market and causing a lot of downward pressure. And we're still getting this sort of price action. We switch to proof of stake. We could see, the mid to high ends, maybe even just a tickle of that $5,000 mark on the ETH token by the end of 2021 into early 2022, which would be much earlier than I even initially expected. But that's the thing about news, is that it changes the outlook from what you previously had. So here's one of the things that I have for you. The empty Ethereum addresses are filling up, and what's driving Ethereum's sustained outlook. So there we go. We'll zoom in more so you can see that a little bit better. We know it's the second largest. Let me see. Grows to a new monthly high. Absolutely. Particularly small coin holders do not want to pass on the opportunity. There will be some FOMO buying. And honestly, with the low volume that we have right now, if that low volume sustains throughout the rest of the day, that could absolutely be people FOMO trading, trying to jump into Ether now that it's getting close to $4,000 again, which if you're bullish on Ether, when it was below 2,000, that was absolutely the time to load up. I know that I did. And it's paid off quite handsomely by now, and I've dollar cost averaged several times on its march up. So my cost basis isn't as low as it once was. It's higher than it is now. And moving on from there, particularly the small coin holders don't want to pass. At the time of this writing, Ethereum is changing hands. It's time has passed since this writing, and it's even higher than it was. So we'll move from there. Price figure got rejuvenated today amongst growing positive outlook on the broader ecosystem. Absolutely. The outlook on the broader ecosystem for Ethereum is absolutely awesome. So then they tell us about Glassnode and the statistics they have, and that it topped to almost to 61 million active addresses that we have for the non-zero addresses. Metrics show people are buying into the Ethereum token. Per the analytics platform, Ethereum-based contracts are excluded from with only externally owned addresses being featured in the count. So this is pretty cool, and they talk about some drivers that we have here. The digital currency ecosystem, and it's hard to dismiss the role of Ethereum and DeFi. It is absolutely huge for DeFi. I know that Solana is having a lot of success. I know that Binance Smart Chain is out there having a lot of success. There are a lot of smaller coins that have some very serious staying power, but when you compare them to what Ethereum has already established and the improvements that they stand to make, I think Ethereum just has that nimble innovation, like just broader outlook to crypto in general, not just DeFi. I think the fact that it is so unlimited just keeps it going, and transactions per second is something that can really be seen. Like even when compared to Solana, Ethereum, even though it's slower for transactions per second, just has that broader use case that we have moving forward. So let's move on from there. So I talk about the challenges that they have, the lapses in transaction latency. We know about that, and high gas fees. We know about that as well. And it hasn't stopped people because they believe in the innovation capabilities that we have with Ethereum. And there's just so much work behind them. So here they talk about some of the emergence of competitors that they have right here. The network is currently transitioning to be a proof of stake network through. We know that the transition process is massive, bringing with it a lot of work. Ethereum Foundation is advancing its stages, bringing this to reality. Absolutely. And right here, this is the sentence that I was looking for. The dedication of the Ethereum developers to keep the blockchain relevant. Absolutely. Like that ability to shift the Ethereum network to keep it relevant to the ever evolving crypto space. That is, I can't put it any better for why I'm so bullish on Ethereum, besides the fact that they have such huge following and such a huge number of developers, and everybody is working on making compatibility with Ethereum and interactions with Ethereum. Okay, so moving on from there, we have the Crypto Music app, and this one is actually about Solana when you take a look at it. However, the Ethereum NFTs, people can show their NFTs on Solana, so that's awesome. People will pay to stand out. And so having that ability to pay to stand out, and especially when it's in a broad way that you have everybody doing it, like for me, yeah, it's neat to see how much money people are willing to pay, like when it comes to the millions of dollars for the different NFTs that are out there with huge popularity, with thousands of dollars. But when you get those small transactions that people are just willing to keep on spending, and I'm talking about the everyday user, that they want to stand out in that way, and that they're willing to stand out in that way, especially possibly if there's even resale value, that they're willing to stand out for a while, and then when it's time to change things up, that they change things up, or that they like to build collections where they can showcase those things. That's one of the uses for NFTs when it comes to artwork and more the visual side of NFTs. Because if you watch my video about Visa and what they talk about for the NFT space, it goes so far beyond just profile pictures and artwork and digital sports cards and everything like that. Like the fact that you can have a unique token, that NFT, non-fungible token, which is unique to the person, like the smart contract that it is. Like there's just so many uses, and honestly, there's so many times that you just need to have something that's not able to be replicated, and that it's very secured, like what we get with the Ethereum network. Like it's just a huge space. I better move on from there. This one's also big news, is that this one says that Twitter may enable Bitcoin and Ethereum support for its tip jar feature. Absolutely awesome. And we get a screenshot down here where somebody reverse engineered from their beta to show that Ethereum is mentioned and Bitcoin is mentioned for the tip jar feature on Twitter moving forward from there. So it says may confirm, I think, and I haven't fact checked this, but I think that it may have been confirmed. So if you guys know that it's been confirmed, you may put put a link down there to the article down in the description, or just just tell me about where that confirmation is. I am going to be looking for it later. I do want to wrap up this video here, hopefully before Ethereum hits 4K. Did it? Let's look. 39.81. It's getting closer. I better wrap this up. And then last thing, Ethereum remains attractive and what could trigger more upside. So they talk about this. And honestly, this is a little bit of a technical look that they have going on, and it is lagging a little bit. So they started about the downside correction at 38.50, and that the price is now trading well above 3,700 on the 100 hourly simple moving average. Not one that I use, but it's definitely one that I've seen them use before. There's a major bullish trend line forming support near 36.80. So when I talked about the pullback with that cup and handle, honestly, that's the support that I was referring to. I said 3,600. They're saying 36.80. But with crypto, that's close enough because of the volatility that we experience, and that's just small percentage difference that we would have between 3,600, 3,680, somewhere around in there. So if we do push up to like $4,000 to $4,300 level, like today, tomorrow, I do think that as long as that volume holds off, as long as that volume tapers, we're going to lose strength in the momentum, and it's going to possibly dip back down to support before the next run. So we could possibly get a cup and handle formation out of this, which would be a very good thing moving forward to allow that rest period to happen. And so they talk about some other things that are here as well. I want to wrap this video up. Like I said, I would love to have it on YouTube before Ethereum manages to hit $4,000. And the day range, they're saying right now, 39.79. Here, let's refresh the page and see if it gives us any sort of new update. 3, 2, 1, load. All right. So 39.77.79. And if we go to the candlesticks that we have here, see, whenever I use StreamYard to capture these videos, it never goes as smoothly as I would hope. But we'll zoom in so I can point to a little bit more specifically. So here they're saying 39.81.12 as the high price that we have. So let me summarize. There's a whole lot of excitement and a whole lot of support for Ethereum moving forward from here, and the fact that it does happen to keep on evolving in order to stay relevant. I think that that's going to be a theme for Ethereum throughout its lifespan, and I think that it could be something that lasts us over the next decade. We always have the fear of innovation, and I'm absolutely not trying to hype up Ethereum to say to buy it now. However, I'm just trying to give you a fair outlook from where I'm at. I think that we're going to cross that $4,000 line possibly today. And like I said, the strength of it depends on that volume. Watch that volume candle on the daily chart today. If it goes up above the others, or goes at least even to the others leading up to it, we have decent volume. If it goes above it, if it gives us really strong volume, then we know that we've solidly broken that 4,000. If not, we got to watch for what happens next. Is the momentum continuing? Is it something that's dying off? Because that's going to signal the pullback for us before it takes its next leg up. And I say next leg up because I am bullish on Ethereum. I think that between now and through even early 2022, when we see proof of stake finally hit the test net, finally hit the main net for Ethereum, that is going to be such a huge driver for excitement, and also that's one step closer to sharding, which gives us more scalability, which makes it a much better competitor, especially where DeFi is concerned in the crypto space. And we should finally get some it encourages holding rather than selling, so we lose the selling pressure. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited. I mean, I need to put down notes or something, but I still get so excited about it, I forget to read them anyway. I better let you guys go. Have a great day. Enjoy. Check out that Patreon. That link's down there. I'd absolutely love to see you over there. Be part of the community that we have. The Moo and Weeble links are down there as well. Get your free stocks one by signing up and doing your deposit. It gives me some free stocks. That's another way to support. Other thing, like button, subscribe button, notification bell if you would please. I'm Dr. Stock. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.